already recording. Hold on.
All right.
Got it? All right. So with section 1.B.6, right? So the title was Signs and Symptoms. And what Marlene just read for us is that basically we are free to report signs and symptoms, but only when the doctor has not confirmed or given the coder a definitive disease. So if the patient came in complaining of cough and fever and runny nose, right? That's what you're reading in the documentation. But then towards the end of that documentation, it says, diagnose the patient with an upper respiratory infection. What do we report?
Upper respiratory infection.
Upper respiratory infection. In this case, 1.B.6 just told us don't report signs and symptoms when the doctor has given you a definitive or confirmed diagnosis. And one more guideline before we break. The next guideline is 1.B.7. And if you will, on that one, Aisha.
Conditions that are an integral part of a disease process. Signs and symptoms that are associated routinely with disease process should not be assigned as additional codes unless otherwise instructed by the classification.
Beautiful. All right, thank you. So what this is trying to tell us is, diseases that are or signs and symptoms that are integral to a disease process may not be reported. So what it's saying is, if the patient came in with a sore throat, and then but at the end of the day, at the end of the progress note, it said the patient culture came back and it was proven to be strep throat. We as coders are going to go find a code for which one? Strep throat. But do we need to report the code for the sore throat anymore?
It's kind of like the same.
It's kind of the same thing, right? Because if signs and symptoms are integral to a particular disease process, meaning part and parcel of a disease process, we don't need to pick up all that other stuff. Just code the definitive, right? Yes. Very good. Okay, when we get back, we'll pick up on some more in-depth